This lesson we will be looking at algebraic fractions. So adding and subtracting algebraic fractions and also multiplying and dividing. The first question we'll have a look at involves multiplying algebraic fractions. So let's simplify 2 over a times a plus 2 over 4. Now, our first step with any question involving algebraic fractions is to cancel any common factors where possible. Now, we've got a common factor of 2 in the 2 and the 4, so we can cancel that 2 and make it 1, and we can cancel this 4 and make it 2, because 2 goes into 4 2 times, and 2 goes into 2 once. Now, we can't cancel the a's because it's not a common factor in a plus 2. So that's all the cancelling that we can do there. Now, when we're multiplying fractions, all we need to do is multiply the two numerators and multiply the two denominators. So our numerators, we multiply 1 times a plus 2, which just gives us a plus 2. And our denominators, we're multiplying a times 2, which gives us 2a. Now let's do a division question. So let's simplify 2x minus 4 over 3 divided by x minus 2 over 6. Now, for division, what we need to do, our first step, is to multiply by the reciprocal of the fraction that follows the division sign. So the second fraction here, we need to flip it. The reciprocal is always just the fraction flipped. So our first line of working, let's make 2x minus 4 over 3. So the first fraction stays the same. But our second fraction, we change the divide sign to a multiplication and we flip it. So it becomes 6 over x minus 2. That step there is your first step whenever you're dividing two fractions. Whether there's algebra involved or not, that is your first step when dividing two fractions. You flip the second one and you change the division sign to multiplication. Now, what we want to do again is look for any factors that we can cancel. So I can definitely see the 3 and the 6 we can cancel. There's 1 3 in 3 and there's 2 3s in 6. And what we can do with the 2x minus 4 and the x minus 2 is we can actually factorize the top line of the first fraction. So I'm going to take out a common factor of 2 so that becomes 2 outside of x minus 2. So what we've done there is factorize the numerator in the first fraction. Our denominator is 1 after we cancelled. Our numerator here is 2 and we haven't done anything to this denominator here. But this is looking a lot better because now we can do some cancelling across. So we can cancel this x minus 2 with this x minus 2. And our final step, like the previous question, is just to multiply the two numerators and multiply the two denominators. So the two numerators will get 2 times 2, which gives us 4. And our two denominators gives us 1 times 1. So 4 over 1, which we can just leave as 4. Now the next question we'll look at is adding and subtracting. Now adding and subtracting is a little bit more involved. We'll just do 2 more questions. This is question 3. Let's simplify. X plus 3 on 2 plus x minus 2 on 5. Now our first step, whenever we're adding or subtracting fractions, we need a common denominator. So we normally go for the lowest common denominator. Now the way we can do that here, we need to think of the lowest common denominator, and we're working with 2 and 5. So the lowest common denominator, given that we've got 2 and 5, is 10. So what we'll do is write both of our fractions with a denominator of 10. Now to keep the fractions equivalent, we need to think, what have I done to this 2 to get it to 10? Well, I've multiplied it by 5. So to keep this first fraction equivalent, that means we need to multiply the top, the numerator, by 5 as well. So we can put a 5 outside of x plus 3. In the same way, what have we multiplied 5 by to turn it into 10? We've multiplied it by 2. So that means we need to multiply the numerator by 2 as well. So we can multiply that whole term, x minus 2, by 2. Okay, the next step. This is where it's a little bit different to multiplying fractions. Instead of just adding across the 2 numerators and adding the 2 denominators, we can just combine the numerators and write it all over the same denominator. So we'll get 5 x plus 3 plus 2x minus 2 all over 10. And our final step is to expand out and then simplify further. So 5 times x is 5x, 5 times 3 is 15, 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times minus 2 is minus 4. And that is all over 10. Nearly there. Now we can collect the like terms for the final step. 5x plus 2x gives us 7x, 15 minus 4 gives us 11, and all of that is over 10. Now let's look at one more. This one's a little bit trickier. Let's solve 3 over x minus 6 minus 2 over x plus 2. Now first step again is to make the lowest common denominator. Now the lowest common denominator of these two fractions is found by just multiplying the two denominators together. So we'll get x minus 6 multiplied by x plus 2. Now we need to think, what have I multiplied this x minus 6 by to get it into this here? We've multiplied it by x plus 2. So that means the 3 has to be multiplied by x plus 2 to keep it all equivalent. Now for the other half, same again, we know the common denominator is x minus 6, x plus 2. What have we multiplied the x plus 2 by to get it to this denominator? We've multiplied it by x minus 6, so that becomes minus 2, x minus 6. Alrighty, now let's write it all out in one fraction. So up the top we've got 3x plus 6. This negative sign here applies to the 2. So if we multiply minus 2 by x, we get minus 2x, and then minus 2 by minus 6, we get plus 12. And our denominator is x minus 6, x plus 2. Alright, now let's simplify that numerator. So 3x minus 2x gives us x, 6 plus 12 gives us 18, and our denominator is x minus 6, x plus 2.